this is Rick, and today we're going to compare my Tesla Model 3 to a 2024 Cadillac Lyriq. Now, you know I've had my Tesla Model 3 LR now for about 3 years, and I'll say it again, it's the best car I've ever had. I look forward to driving it every time I get behind the wheel. I'm trading my 21 Tesla for a new 2024 Model 3, which I have on order, and my app says it will be ready for delivery in about 5 or 6 weeks. John, who is with me today, has driven a Hyundai Palisade for the last 4 or 5 years, and he got himself a 2024 all-electric Cadillac Lyriq, his first all-electric vehicle. Now we're a total EV family. John is new to the EV market. Yes, he's driven and ridden in my Tesla Model 3 many times, but he's always had his own car, his Hyundai Palisade, that he drives on a regular basis. But he's decided to get an EV. He liked the way the Tesla drove, but was not happy with the smaller, lower-to-the-ground Tesla and its ease of getting in and out. Today we start our discussion with our car buying experience. With my Tesla, it was the easiest car buying experience I ever had. Everything is done online. You can do it on the app, the Tesla app, and it made it so easy, and it took you step by step through. Sometimes you had to wait a couple days for this to happen, and then they would email you or text you on the app and tell you, okay, this is the next step. All very easy. All in all, maybe took 15 to 30 minutes, somewhere in there, if you totaled all the times together on the app.
Well, I don't think I can argue with you about the buying experience with Tesla. What you've explained is the ultimate for any car buying experience. My experience was typical of what we generally experience in a dealership.
One thing too I really appreciated with the Tesla experience, you've got no pressure. You're not sitting there at a desk waiting for the man to check with his manager about this. Everything with Tesla just clear cut. They don't even ask you all that stuff. This is what you picked your car. This is what you get. If you want to add on something like the autopilot or full self-driving, you just click a button and it's on there.
I think in the type experience I had, the salesman is the one that can make or break the deal.
Now I know between the cost of my Tesla that I bought and the cost of your Lyriq, they're not in the same category of car. Cadillac is a luxury vehicle, obviously. Tesla, not so much the Tesla Model 3, not so much a luxury vehicle, certainly a performance vehicle. Now I've had the Tesla almost 3 years now. I believe it was like $39,900. All in all, I think it came up to pretty close to $50,000 once I was all done with my selections. What about the Cadillac?
Well, my cost was just over $67,000, and I considered that to be a fair price for what comes with the Lyriq, with the luxury package, and also the technology. I still feel that the 67 Plus was a fair price.
Okay, so let's talk next about the delivery of the vehicle. When you go and pick up your vehicle, you go ahead and go first, and then I'll talk about mine.
Well, my only dissatisfier was not having a full charge when I took possession of the vehicle. So that was my only dissatisfier the day I took delivery.
And my delivery was extremely easy. They give you a date, a time to go. You go to the dealership, you go to your car, and put a person there that if it's your first one, or even if it's not your first Tesla, to show you the basic things. Takes maybe 10, 15 minutes to show you the basic things so that you can drive the car and you're on your way out. It was very easy. So let's talk about charging of the vehicle just on a regular daily basis.
Okay, well, when I purchased my car, I had a choice. I could take a credit of for 2 years, unlimited charging going through EV Go. What I found was that the EV Go chargers are not very plentiful. The first time I used one, I had to call the toll-free number listed on the charger to get connectivity. And so it finally worked and it charged fine. After that is when I had the charge station installed in our garage. At this point, I charge once a week.
And that's charging here at home. We have a charger here at home for his Cadillac. We have charging here for my Tesla. The electricity increase cost has not been that significant, and certainly a lot less than if we were buying gas. We bought the charging unit from Amazon, but it came highly recommended on Amazon and the reviews. So we got it, and that was $350 for the charging unit. And how much was it for the installation for the?
$750.
Okay, so all in all, close to $1,100 or
That's
so
right.
for that. Talking about charging still, long distance traveling, charging away from home. I'll start with the Tesla. Very, very reliable. You got Tesla all over the country. Easy to use. You put in your destination in the navigation, and it'll tell you everywhere you need to stop to charge. Charging at the Tesla superchargers, anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes, depending on how low your battery is and depending on how much further you have to go to your next destination. The other thing I'll say about that is they're very reliable because Tesla owns all of them, and I've never been to one that hasn't worked and hasn't worked very well. The other thing is, while you're waiting, we usually time them when we've gone on trips out of town, bathroom break, eat, or you can sit in the car and watch TV. You got YouTube, you got Hulu, you got the Disney Channel, all these things that you can sit and watch while your car's charging. What about the Cadillac?
Unfortunately, I can't say that. I've only driven the car out of town once, and it was not quite as smooth as I would like for it to be. We drove about 2.5 hours out of town. I couldn't find a charge station as we were leaving, one that certainly EVgo, where I had the credit, there was not an EVgo charge station anywhere. Fortunately, we found one that worked. The first one didn't work. The second one did work, and so I charged.
As I recall, that was in a Walmart parking lot.
Yes.
And
Yes.
even charging there, they only had 4 stations, and they were being used. Well, 2 were being used.
Right.
And finally got one that the other gentleman finished charging, and he said that one worked fine. And all in all, we got charged and we got home. But certainly more of a hassle than you would want to have to deal with all the time. Certainly, there's a big difference in the look between my Model 3 Tesla and your Cadillac Lyriq. Mine is a sportier car, more of a performance car. People who love to drive are going to love the Tesla as opposed to the Lyriq.
Well, no doubt the Lyriq has an absolutely beautiful exterior. Give Cadillac an A+ on that.
I will say that's correct, yes.
It's solid, it's sleek, it's modern, and to me reeks of class. The light show that displays when you walk up to the car is quite impressive.
And keep in mind too, the difference in price. You're looking at, a 15, maybe $20,000 difference in price. So that makes a difference too. So let's talk about key fob and the Tesla app. I love that Tesla app. I can do anything with that car. Preheat the car. I can see what the battery charge is. I can set the temperature in the car or ask for service if I need it, if I'm somewhere out. The app is incredibly useful. And with a Tesla, that's your key, your app on your phone. You have no other key other than a key card that you would have. And I keep that in the wallet just in case I would need it use it at the car wash.
Well, I have a Cadillac app, and it provides me most everything that you described with the Tesla, except it's not your key. Having a key is nothing new to me. I don't see this as a disadvantage. It remains in my pocket. Between the two options, I find the key far more convenient with fewer steps to initiate operation of the vehicle.
With the Lyriq, you have that app, but it's more difficult to do those things from what I've experienced with you. It's not as convenient. And I will say, to be fair to the Lyriq, they've just come out with their EV. They've just come out with their app, so they've got a lot of improving to do on their app to make it a better experience.
Based on my history with cars, I'm not inconvenienced. It's not something that I've missed.
Okay, moving on to the interior of the vehicles. Tell us about the Cadillac Lyriq.
Oh, I can make this very short. The interior is very classy, very comfortable, and very quiet.
What about space? Let's talk about the interior space. I've got The trunk, which is very roomy on my Tesla, also has a lower area below the regular trunk. And I have the frunk in the front where the engine is not. And that gives me a extra space there too. So I'm very happy with the amount of storage space I have in my Tesla.
Well, I'm pleased with the available storage inside my Lyriq. There's easy storage in the doors, in the console, under the console, in the glove compartment, and in the spare tire compartment, which is under the back portion of the SUV.
In that area there where the engine would be, they've got that all pretty much covered up in battery operating stuff.
It looks like a very modern electric engine is what is in that space.
I think too, as far as space goes, if you add up the amount of space the Tesla has, you add up the amount of space the Lyriq has, they're pretty similar. The Lyriq is just going to give you a bigger space, that SUV space that you get in the back. But on my Tesla too, and your Lyriq, you can put down the seats and make it even.
Yes.
Put down the middle seats and make it even larger. What about our dashboards? Now mine in the Tesla, the front, very minimalistic. You got nothing on your dash other than that screen in the middle, which tells you everything. You get all your information there while you're driving. And to me, I like that. It's very easy to use and very intuitive for me.
Well, when I was searching for the right EV for myself, I wanted an EV that provided me the look and features of any regular, we'll call it gasoline car, that we've all had and driven in the past. I found all of this with the Lyriq. The dashboard contains the infotainment center, which is easy to access and see while operating the vehicle. I can access most anything I need with a quick glance over from the road, so that I don't.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a traditional car.
It is
dashboard. You've got all the bells and whistles there. You got the lights that go all the way across from one side, pretty much. Well, not all the way across, but 3/4 of the way through. And like I say, it's laid out to me just like a traditional gasoline engine car.
Well, I've used the Tesla screen, and perhaps it's my eye to touch coordination, but I find the use of the Tesla screen is problematic, and that's for me.
Let's move into the Wi-Fi situation in the cars, which goes to my next point. I have that center screen. I can watch TV when I'm charging the car. Like I said, you get YouTube, you got TikTok there, you've got the Disney Channel, you got Hulu, all these different things that you can sit and watch. And you want a screen, that looks like a traditional TV screen to watch all these things. I do not have a hotspot in my car. The car does have its own internet connection, but it's not one that you can connect to or somebody else can connect.
Which I do. I have the hotspot, and you can connect to that.
So anybody in the Cadillac Lyriq can connect to the hotspot. However, there just isn't a screen in the front for watching TV or anything. You have to bring your own laptop, your own tablet to watch while you're connected to the Wi-Fi that the Cadillac has.
Very true.
Seating in the vehicle, I can seat 5 people very comfortably in my car.
Well, same thing with the Lyriq. I can seat easily and very comfortably 5 adults.
Cadillac luxury vehicle, more space for the 5 than you would have in the Tesla with the 5. Though the Tesla with the 5, you still get decent amount. It's not cramped at all. But I will say the layout of the Cadillac Lyriq and the seating is superior than what my Tesla Model 3 is.
Well, the seats in my Lyriq are leather, and they're fully adjustable and allow for the highest level of comfort and luxury.
And finally, let's talk about the ride in the car, the driving experience that you have in your Cadillac versus mine in the Tesla.
Well, again, go back to the word luxury, and you get the luxury look, but then luxury ride. You feel almost as if you're floating on a cloud when you're riding in the Lyriq. I will say that my experience in riding in your Tesla, it reminds me somewhat of riding in a Corvette. You're getting that fun ride, but there's not a luxury part to that ride.
Well, I'll have to say that I agree. The ride in the Cadillac Lyriq is a very comfortable ride, very smooth ride. Again, very luxurious ride. My Tesla, I'm very happy with the ride in the car. I've never had an issue with the discomfort. It's just that the Lyriq is better.
I agree.
We've talked about pretty much most everything with the cars. Bottom line, I think if you ask us both, we'll say our car, the Tesla, I'll say my Tesla, he'll say his Cadillac Lyriq is the better of the vehicles. It comes down to what the consumer, what the customer is looking for in their vehicle. Are you looking for a fun, performance driving car that's cutting edge technology? Because that's an important thing. I'm very much of a techie, a cutting edge technology person. You're not as much so.
Right.
You like tried and true. The Tesla is for somebody like me. I enjoy it very much.
I'm anxious to see what happens with Lyriq in the future.
Well, I hope this has helped anyone that's looking for an electric vehicle, whether or not to get a Tesla or the Cadillac. Your budget certainly is going to play into that. I guess it comes down to what your expectations are in your vehicle. You've got my opinion, you've got John's opinion, and I hope you make the best decision that's going to be right for you.